What's up, guys? I'm Caden with Crypto Now or Never. Today I'm going to be giving an update on Hbar. Make sure you stay tuned till the end of the video. None of this is financial advice. Let's get into it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want.
So just to give a little recap, this was Hbar in my previous video, trading at just under 13.5 cents. And I called out the massive Class A bearish divergence. So I said I wouldn't be surprised if we came down and touched the 21-day moving average. And I like to be able to back up what I say, so I'm going to play a little bit of the clip. And just to be clear, the main thing I'm watching in the short term is the Class A bearish divergence. I want to see whether or not price action comes up to this measured move. If it does not, I might look for a little bit of a retracement. And a potential retracement level could be the 21-day moving average. Fast forward to the current Hbar chart, and you can see price action clearly did not come up to the measured move, so the bearish divergence was not negated, and we came down and bounced off of the 21-day moving average. Although recently we did break right back beneath it. But in general, if you guys enjoy accurate TA, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Help me pump that algorithm. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, I'll go deeper into Hbar's chart at the end of the video, so make sure you guys stay tuned. So Hbar is currently trading at a price point of just over 11.5 cents. Their market cap is 3.9 billion, which ranks 32nd among all cryptocurrencies. And then their circulating supply is 33.6 billion out of a max supply of 50 billion, which is about 67.3% in circulation. And as usual, if you guys are looking to trade Hbar, I recommend using Binance or Coinbase. I think those are the two easiest centralized exchanges to use. And then under the Hedera news section, I do want to show you this article 2 days ago. Cryptocurrency Hedera falls more than 3% in 24 hours. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, a 3% fall is absolutely nothing in crypto, but we will see what they have to say about it. So according to their charts, they say the gray bands are the Bollinger Bands, measuring the volatility for both the daily and the weekly price movements. The wider the bands are, the larger the gray area is at any given time, the larger the volatility. And they say the trading volume for the coin has fallen 53% over the past week, which is opposite directionally with the overall circulating supply of the coin, which has increased by 0.06%. But other than that, there really isn't a whole lot of information on this article. But now we'll go ahead and take a look at the HederaX account. So they just reposted March 15th. Snap update. The Hedera wallet snap has been updated. You can now send Hedera NFTs on Pulse. So that's good to see in general, but I am actually very curious. Do you guys think NFTs are going to be big this bull run? My community was having a big debate about it. A lot of people think they won't. A lot of people think they will. Let me know down in the comments. Do you guys think NFTs will pump again this bull run? And then they posted 21 hours ago. The Healy Swap Dex was backed by the teams behind Mantra Chain and Lime Chain, leveraging both the HSCS and the HTS and run by a strong community DAO. Healy Swap enables a highly scalable DEX experience on Hedera. Now, this is a very good thing to see for Hedera. If you look around, all of the major layer ones have successful DEXs. So the more volume that Hedera can get, the better. And then lastly, what they posted on March 14th, real world asset tokenization is set to reshape the global economy, and the Hedera network, with regulatory compliance and low predictable fees, is providing the infrastructure for this transformation. And I've said this in many of my previous videos. I think RWA is a narrative that could absolutely fly this bull run. Now, I'm not saying it's going to compete with something like AI, but I still think it could do very well. But now we'll go ahead and take a look at some macro news that could affect Hbar's price action, even though it's not directly correlated to Hbar. So this is Watcher Guru's X account. And kind of like what I was talking about with Hbar, they posted 9 hours ago. Solana records its highest daily DEX volume in history, surpassing 3.5 billion. And obviously for Solana, this is very good to see. You want an active ecosystem. And clearly Solana's is very active. It would be awesome to see if Saucer Swap and some of those other DEXs for Hedera can start performing exceptionally well. That could possibly boost Hedera way up the rankings. And then 12 hours ago, the El Salvador president says the country will purchase 1 Bitcoin every day until it becomes unaffordable with fiat currencies. And I think at this point, it's safe to say El Salvador is trying to become a powerhouse, at least from a financial standpoint. And then March 15th, Bitcoin surpasses gold in investor portfolio allocation, JP Morgan says. And again, this just goes to show how fast Bitcoin truly is growing. And then lastly, I do want to show you this video 22 hours ago just because. So Vanguard CEO says they will not offer spot Bitcoin ETFs because it does not belong in a long-term portfolio and it's not a store of value. And I am genuinely curious to hear your guys' thoughts on this.
Spot Bitcoin ETFs. Question came in, hey, we know you're not offering one. Have you changed your mind? What would it take for you to change your mind? We don't plan to, and we're not going to change our minds around this unless the asset class changes. Yep. For why? First of all, we don't believe it belongs. Like a Bitcoin ETF belongs in a long-term portfolio. Someone's saving for their retirement. It's a speculative asset.
That's exactly it.
And the funds that we offer invest in asset classes that actually have underlying cash flow. So like we mentioned stocks, you're buying the forward earnings of a company.
That's right.
And that bond, right?
has coupon and principal payments.
Yeah, you're going to pay me back and you're going to pay me something for lending you the money.
Exactly.
Right. So they both can be valued. And that's for us, we understand why they would rise up in a portfolio and the role they will play, and we can model them. Something like Bitcoin is just too volatile and it's not a store of value. It hasn't been. And it's very volatile. When stocks got hammered in recent crises, Bitcoin went right with them. And so it is speculative, really tough to think about how it belongs in a long term.
Now, I'm going to be honest, a few of the things he is saying are valid. However, I genuinely don't understand how there are some people who still don't see the value of Bitcoin and crypto in general, but mainly Bitcoin. But anyways, while we're on X, you guys should come over and give your boy a follow at Crypto Now or Never. I post on here pretty much every single day, and I'm constantly calling out opportunities that I'm seeing in the market, and we have been making some very nice gains. So I think you guys might get some very useful information. And then I do also want to take a moment to talk about my private Discord through Patreon. So at the current moment, I have 3 different tiers: a general Discord / trader tier, an exclusive tier, and then a VIP tier. But there are many benefits to joining my Discord. For example, this is going to give you guys closer access to me, and you guys are going to be able to track the cryptos that I'm personally buying, selling, considering buying, and even the cryptos that I currently hold. And just understand, a lot of these cryptos are microcap gems, less than 10 million in market cap. If we head over to the Discord, you can see we have already been making some enormous gains. For example, shout out to my boy Chop. He had just pointed out an opportunity that he was seeing in the market, and I posted a buy alert at 7:21, and by 9:23, just over 2 hours later, we were up 113%. And then we nailed Orange for 72.5% gains, AI Tech 753%, Rosnet 332%, AGI 1086%. But the gains just go on and on. So if this sounds like something you guys might be interested in, I have the link right here on my YouTube homepage, and it's also in the description of the video. I would love to have you guys in here. But now for the final part of this video, I'll get into some technical analysis. So this is Hbar on the daily time frame. Now, as I said in the beginning, the bearish divergence had played out perfectly and price action came down to the 21-day moving average. And actually, this candle had bounced off of it perfectly. However, this most recent candle broke right back beneath it. And now the thing that you need to understand is that price action came up and had a textbook bearish retest. And when you see this, typically that's not a good sign at all. So now if you're just looking at Hbar, there's a decent chance we come down into the support range around 10 cents. And we could possibly retest the previous local high. But I will also say you could argue that Hbar is forming some sort of a little falling wedge pattern, and falling wedges break up 68% of the time, and this falling wedge in particular has a measure move to just under 16 cents. Now obviously this measure move is not even close to being guaranteed. However, I will say the RSI and stochastics are starting to reset, and there is actually a massive class A bullish divergence. Price action swings from a lower low to a higher low, RSI is higher low to lower low. So just understand that could also signal that Hbar is about to get a bounce. Although we could also see Hbar bounce off of the 50-day moving average. That's another possibility. So just understand Hbar at the current moment has some very mixed signals. Now, lastly, we'll take a look at Bitcoin as it's correlated to most altcoins. But also just understand, if Bitcoin does pump, there's a pretty good chance Hbar pumps. If it drops, there's a pretty good chance Hbar drops. And I'm going to keep saying the same thing I've been saying in pretty much all of my videos. The reality of Bitcoin is that we have gone parabolic. And now the RSI and stochastics are extremely overbought, and price action is trading way above all of the moving averages. And if you look back through Bitcoin's history, we always come back and retest these moving averages. So as much as a lot of you guys don't want to hear it, do not be surprised if we have an even bigger Bitcoin pullback. And that might not be the worst thing in the world. If Bitcoin can find footing, it could provide altcoins with an opportunity to start running. Now, again, I do understand that there is a lot of bullish news in the crypto market right now, especially with the Bitcoin spot ETFs. However, just don't let yourself get this euphoric feeling that crypto is going to go up forever, because that's not the reality. Always make sure you are realizing profits and taking care of yourself. But also, as I say in every single one of my videos, macroeconomics significantly outweigh technical analysis. So just understand, crypto is still an extremely volatile asset class. Anything can happen. But that's about all. Let me know down in the comments, how high do you guys think Hbar will go this bull run? If you found this content valuable, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.